Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a really simple pancake recipe to celebrate Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day or whatever you want to call it. The ingredients are really simple. You just need milk, flour, an egg and some vegetable oil. First of all, measure out a cup of flour. You can see that I'm doing it over the sink here. That helps to make sure any mess is easy to clean up. And then just take that cup of flour and pop it into the mixing bowl on your stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do this all by hand with a balloon whisk. Just pop it in a bowl ready. Next, you want to measure out 1 cup of milk. I did this over the stand mixer bowl to make life easier. If you don't have an official cup measure, you can use a small teacup instead. That works just as well. Lastly, you want to crack a large egg. If you don't have any large eggs, use 2 small ones into the bowl directly, and that's all your ingredients. Pop the stand mixer down and then turn it on to a medium speed. I've got it on 3 out of 6 here. Once the ingredients have combined together some, so you've not got flour spraying everywhere, you can then turn the mixer all the way up to maximum and blend it for about 2 minutes until there are no lumps left and it's lovely and smooth. Turn the mixer back off again and then lift it out once it's stopped spinning, and use a rubber spatula if you've got one to just scrape off any excess batter from the blade, and then run the spatula around the bowl, check the consistency of the mixture and make sure that there are no lumps at all. When you've done that, you can remove the bowl from the stand mixer and give it a really good stir with the spatula. Make sure there's no flour or any other ingredients stuck to the bottom or the side of the bowls. Check it again to make sure there are no lumps. And the consistency here should be something like thick cream when it's unwhisked. If you're wondering why this batter still looks a little lumpy, it's because I'm using wholemeal plain flour, which still has the meal in it. At this point, we're going to turn the hob on to high. An electric hob is fine, doesn't have to be gas. Add a little bit of oil to the pan, just a drop, because this is a really good non-stick pan. It doesn't need a lot of oil, you just want it to brown the bottom of the pancake. And then use a pastry brush, ideally a silicone one like this. Brush around the bottom of the pan to make sure the oil coats it completely, and then you want to wait for the pan to get hot. If you flick a little bit of the liquid batter into the pan, you can see it sizzling when the pan's ready, so you know that it's good to go. Take a ladle of the pancake mixture, pour it carefully into the pan. You don't want to splash it everywhere like I just did, and then lift the pan gently and tilt it to coat the bottom of the pan with a layer of the batter so that you get a nice big thin round pancake. Then you want to pop it back on the heat when it's all spread out and leave it on the heat until all the wet batter on the surface of the pancake has dried out and set. If it's still glistening and wet on top, it isn't ready yet. When it's completely dry on top like this, you can then give the pan a good shake. Make sure the pancake's not stuck. That's a good sign that it's ready to turn over when it releases from the pan on its own. Take a nice wide spatula, slide it underneath and just flip the pancake over to the other side. You want to leave it on the heat for a couple more minutes now. It might be a minute, it might be 2, until the underside is browned nicely and the pancake's cooked through. So again, you can see I shook the pan there, it's not stuck. I flip it back over, you can see it's lovely and brown underneath, and that means that the pancake is good to go and it's completely cooked through. Lift it off the heat, take your spatula with you and just gently slide it onto a plate, and then you can add other pancakes to the stack on top of that one, keeps them all warm, and then you're ready to go with another one. Here I'm adding a little bit more oil this time because I'm going to toss this pancake and I want to make sure it's well lubricated and will leave the pan when I toss it. My mum's been calling me a tosser for years, and here I am about to prove it. Much like before, you're going to take a ladle full of the batter, pop it into the centre of the pan gently, not splashing it, tilt the pan, coat the bottom of it evenly and make the pancake nice and big and round and nice and thin. Pop it back onto the heat when you've done that, and again leave it on the heat until all the wet batter on the surface of the pan has dried completely and it's set. If there's anything wet there and you toss this pancake, it's going to make a horrible mess. Lift the pancake off the heat, shake it to make sure it's not stuck, tilt it forward to the edge and just flick your wrist to flip the pancake over. That was a bit quick. Feel free to pause the video and watch it again, and you can see that this pancake has slightly folded under itself when I tossed it. That's no problem. Carefully, not burning your fingers, use a spatula and just unfold it. Leave it on the heat for a little bit longer to cook through on the other side, and then slide it onto the stack that we started with the first pancake. You can see it's a bit torn there, doesn't matter, it's still a perfectly good pancake, nothing to worry about. We made 4 with this batter, 4 in a large frying pan. You might get 5 or 6 in a smaller pan, and they're ready to be filled. We've got a few serving suggestions here. You by no means have to follow them. So this first one, we're using a fruit yogurt here. It's a low-fat yogurt because we want it to be as healthy as possible. And then we're adding a few blueberries. We're only adding a few because we only had a few. Ideally, we'd add a few more. But we've got 6 whole blueberries here, so really pushing the boat out. Roll the pancake, and then it's good to go. Eat it while it's still warm. Let it go cold if you prefer. Put it in a lunchbox or whatever. Next, we're going to do the traditional sugar and lemon juice. It's even a Jif lemon to be traditional, not an actual lemon. Whack a bit of sugar on as much as you like. Spray a bit of lemon juice on top. I quite like it to be tart, so there's a lot of lemon juice. Use less if you don't like it. Use orange juice, anything you like. Roll it up. Good to go. Again, keep it cold for lunches. Save it for tomorrow. Have it warm if you want it warm. This one's a bit more unusual. It's a peanut butter and pancake. A peanut butter and pancake? A peanut butter and banana pancake. The peanut butter is quite thick, so I struggled a bit to spread it, and very cunningly I picked the ripped pancake from the tossing video earlier to make it even more annoying. Just spread some peanut butter on there. You don't have to use crunchy if you don't want to. Use smooth if you prefer it. Whack the banana on top. Chop it up with a knife into thin slices. Press it down. That makes it a bit easier to roll so you don't have bananas squirting out all over the place. And then just roll it up like you did before and it's good to go. This one's usually a hit with kids if you've got any kids. I don't. But yeah, it's delicious and surprisingly good actually. A lot of people think it'll be weird, but it's really, really nice. And then finally we decided to do a ploughman's pancake just for a bit of a laugh. That would be pickled onions or sandwich pickle, Branston, something like that. Chop them up. Pop them on the pancake. I definitely didn't struggle with this. What you're seeing there is all an elaborate illusion. I sliced it beautifully. Then whack a bit of cheese on it. We're using a mature cheddar here, but use whatever cheese you like. Cheshire cheese, grated mozzarella, anything. Roll it up and it's good to go. Personally, I think this one's better cold because it's a bit like a sandwich wrap, but they're all good. Enjoy them. Try whatever you like. Comment on the video. Tell me what you like in your pancakes. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more of our recipes, please do like this video, share it with all your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can see the next mess that I make in our kitchen. Thank you very much, and see you again.